Hi, welcome to my Bookworm Sanctuary. I'm Bianca, and today I wanted to give you my May end of month wrap up. So I did give you a May mid-month wrap up, which just basically told you all about the first 11 books that I read in the month. So I'm going to give you my statistics for the end of the month, and then I'll just wrap up the last remaining books that I read. So with the statistics, I read 16 books in May and I DNF'd one, and they were all new reads for me. Out of those, there was 2 3-stars, 9 4-stars, and 5 5-stars. I read 3,207 pages. Out of those, there was 8 audiobooks, 8 ebooks, and 1 physical book. And then I also, in the category, subgenres, whatever you want to call them, I read 9 contemporary, which is kind of high for me when I think about that, 2 alien, 5 mafia, and 1 manga. So basically, out of those books, I'll start with After the Fall. So that was the next book I read after Best Man with Benefits. So After the Fall is part of the Fallen Men series. It's a continuation of Cressida and King's story, and I really loved Lessons in Corruption. I didn't really like this one. I mean, it was still a solid 4-star read. I did like it. It just wasn't invested in it like the first book, or even the second book for that matter. Sorry, my hair's doing its own thing at the moment. But yeah, so After the Fall, it was okay. Look, something happened at the end of the book, and I don't necessarily want to spoil the book with you, so I'm going to try to be as vague as I can. Something happened at the end of the book, and if you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And reviews had said that it was possibly going to make me cry because it was so emotional. It didn't make me cry. Sorry. It was... Like, I'd already read 3 of the books in the series, is it? Yeah, 3. And each has sort of like a little epilogue or whatever you want to call it. Happy ever after sort of catch up. And so King and Cressida had already had their little happily ever after with a few kids in tow. And I swear I had read a epilogue saying that. Anyway, so it got, the book was okay. Stuff was happening between, King wanting to be, pledged into the motorcycle club. But he wanted to, become a member of the club. And, he hadn't yet proposed to Cressida, and he sort of wants to marry her. And, he does propose and things happen and they get married and whatnot. But it's just towards the end something happens, right? But I didn't believe any of it. Like, I felt like, yeah, I just didn't believe any of it because I had read this epilogue not that long before. So I was sort of like, this is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. They're going to have their happily ever after, which is fine. And I get... Anyway, I'm trying to be vague and not tell you anything, but I'm just not helping you at all. It sort of annoyed me. Let's just say that. After the Fall sort of annoyed me. And then after that, I went into a manga, actually. I went into A Sign of Affection. Sign of Affection? I'll put it over here. A Sign of Affection. So this is book 1. Absolutely loved this. This is so cute. Yuki is deaf. And she meets, what was his name? I can't remember what his name was. Itsuomi? I'm sorry. Itsuomi. I'm really sorry. But basically, Yuki is deaf and is a college student. She meets him on a train and he helps her out, basically. She gets asked directions and she's like, shit, what? I don't know what you're saying. So he helps her out, and yeah, this is them just sort of meeting each other, and it's actually really cute, really cute. I really enjoyed this. And the art is really cute too. Like, I quite enjoy the art in this. Nice, pretty colour first page. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I really did. And then I read another Evie Mitchell, Thunder Thighs. So this one was about Ella and Gunnar, and it's in the Thor shipbuilding series. So I think this is actually, well, it's not the Thor shipbuilding series. It's actually part of the Capricorn Cove series, but Gunnar is like Eric and Rune, older brother. Anyway, Gunnar's one of those people. Gunnar meets Ella, and Ella's, I think, owns her own cafe restaurant thing in Capricorn Capricorn Cove, and it's just a quick little novella really, and steamy fun, insta love. But yeah, I really do love Evie Mitchell. I've only recently sort of discovered her, and yeah, she's just a great little writer, and I enjoy her stuff. So sorry, I'm really flat today. But I also read Double D, which is also by Evie Mitchell. This one was about Drake, Dane, and Bluebell. And this is again another quick novella, insta-love sort of thing, based in Capricorn Cove. I think it's part of that series. And Dane and Drake are lovers, but they grew up in the foster system and they lived with Bluebell and her family for a bit. And they've always sort of loved each other. And it's basically them reconnecting and some sexy times. It's just quick fun, really, it is. I don't want to tell you too much about it because otherwise I'll give away the whole book. But Double the D by Evie Mitchell, I enjoyed that. And then I DNF'd Inked by Lies by Gianna Darling. It's really hard for me to say, I guess, but I had a lot of expectations, I suppose is the word, for the Fallen Men series. It's kind of fallen a little flat, unfortunately. And I really am sorry if that makes me not popular. Not that I've ever been popular. But I want to like this, but it's just, who knows? I'll probably pick it up again because I haven't not stopped reading it, but I had to put it down. It was annoying me. So I really liked the first 30% of this book, 20% of this book. I enjoyed their childhood, Nova and Lila's childhood. I enjoyed it. And there's the age gap, like most of these ones are in the series. But and then there's this whole thing with her brother. And again, it's just one of those plot things. Maybe because I've seen this plot before happen. I don't know. But spoiler alert, I just didn't believe someone was dead when they said they were dead. I mean, if you don't have a body, I mean, they're going to come back later in the fucking series or even later in the goddamn book. So I don't know, something about this was just so goddamn predictable, and I haven't finished it. I'm like 70% the way through it. But Lila's just starting to piss me off. Like, I get it, you love him. He's, you know, Nova's the bee's knees as far as you're concerned, but he kind of is treating you like crap. And there's this whole subplot with the, I think it's trafficking and and porn and all this sort of stuff. And that also is falling a little flat. So, and Nova is just, I mean, he's meant to be Casanova, and yeah, something about this Inked by Lies, yeah, it was annoying, sorry. And then we'll end it on I Married a Merman by Regine Abel. I don't need to wear these. I liked this. Unfortunately, the rest of my month was kind of a little flat, really, when I think about it. I Married a Merman was okay. Had a sweet ending. I really liked the ending, and that's about it. Echo was sweet, and Nero was fair enough. It was okay. Like, you know, it wasn't a bad book. It was a solid 3 stars. You know, has some sexy times. But yeah, something about it just felt a little flat for me, unfortunately. So the rest of May was a bit disappointing, unfortunately. I only read 5 more books for the rest of the month, and other than A Sign of Affection, they kind of fell a little flat. And I think I got caught up on the fact of that by Inked by Lies. I kind of wanted to finish it, but every time I was picking that up, I was just sort of bored and sort of annoyed. And yeah, so that sort of stalled me a bit. And then, yeah, it's just really disappointing. I didn't love it as much as I was hoping to love it. I mean, mafia romance isn't necessarily my thing, so it could be that. But yeah, I don't know what it is. So that was my end of month May wrap up, basically. I'm really sorry if I seemed extremely flat. I got my period and I'm feeling really ordinary. And my sinuses hate me more than usual, and it's overcast, so sorry about that. But anyway, so that was my end of month wrap up. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and I shall catch you next time. Bye guys.